The Hypnosis Training Academy says hypnotherapy cleanses negative thoughts, relaxes and rejuvenates, provides a safe environment, helps let go of shame, rebuilds self-esteem, helps break unhelpful patterns, and helps you heal from the inside out. After 15 years of working with thousands of clients, I can confirm this isn't magic. Rather, it's science. The market agrees, projected to explode from 12.16 billion to 80.76 billion by 2030. Dr. Mark Jensen discovered hypnosis can literally rewire neural pathways associated with pain perception, doing what medication often cannot do. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on hypnotherapy. You'll learn why the unconscious mind is your most powerful ally, how it operates, using symbols and metaphors, making suggestions powerful where you can transform your life, and why even insurance companies are taking notice and embracing this scientifically validated approach. No, this isn't pseudoscience. It's the neuroscience of human potential, the science behind the trance. Neuroscience now shows what actually happens in the brain during hypnotherapy. While some dismiss it as a placebo, fMRI scans reveal measurable changes in brain function that go beyond simple relaxation. At Stanford University, researchers found that hypnosis activates specific neural networks for focus attention, whilst reducing activity in the default mode network, the part of the brain responsible for mind wandering and self-referential thoughts. This shift creates a state of heightened concentration where therapeutic suggestions can take root more effectively. Critics argue that these brain changes might just reflect relaxation effects, but studies prove that hypnosis does something quite different. Research demonstrates that hypnotic suggestions can alter basic perception, changing how people see colors or disrupting automatic cognitive processes like the Stroop effect. In one experiment, highly hypnotizable participants were told to focus only on font colors under hypnosis and completely bypass the normal interference caused by reading words. Their brains stopped processing the text automatically, showing that hypnosis can override even deeply ingrained mental habits. This is similar to how we sometimes overlook distractions when deeply focused on a task. About 10 to 20% of people are indeed highly hypnotizable, whilst a similar percentage show a low responsiveness. Most fall somewhere in the middle. In my own experience with working with countless clients during a hypnosis telesession, this number increases to almost 100%, meaning nearly every single client I have worked with was hypnotized in one way or another. Even if they weren't in the first session, they were in the second or third session. It is a conditioning process, you see, but it depends on varying environmental and technological factors, perceptions, and expectations of what being hypnotized is actually meant to be or feel like. Still, this normal distribution means that nearly everyone can benefit from hypnotherapy, although results may come faster for those more naturally responsive. Dr. David Spiegel's work at Stanford explains why. Highly hypnotizable people show stronger connections between brain networks managing focus and those prioritizing important information. This wiring helps them modulate attention more effectively during sessions. Essentially, hypnosis taps into the brain's natural ability to focus and adapt. The brain changes during hypnosis aren't just interesting observations. They have real clinical applications. When hypnosis reduces default mode network activity, it often decreases rumination and negative self-talk. The focused state makes people more open to changing unhelpful thought patterns. This explains why hypnotherapy helps with conditions from chronic pain to anxiety disorders. The brain enters a state where it can temporarily bypass habitual responses and consider new ways of thinking. This scientific breakthrough has transformed patients' lives, offering relief and new perspectives. Pain management provides some of the clearest examples. Hypnosis doesn't just help patients cope with pain, it actually changes how their brain process pain signals. Studies show it can reduce activity in pain perception areas while increasing activity in regions that modulate pain intensity. So this neural rewiring means effects often last beyond the session itself. The same principle applies to other conditions. By altering brain activity patterns, hypnosis creates opportunities for lasting change. From stage shows to surgery rooms, the transition of hypnotherapy from carnival tents to hospital operating rooms reveals a remarkable shift in medical acceptance. In the early 20th century, stage hypnosis created persistent myths about mind control that still influence public perception today. These dramatic performances, whilst entertaining, established misconceptions that made healthcare professionals skeptical of therapeutic applications. Many doctors dismiss hypnosis as mere entertainment, despite emerging evidence of its medical potential. Medical pioneers began changing this perception in the 1950s. Dr. Milton Erickson developed clinical protocols that demonstrated hypnosis could help manage pain without the showmanship of stage performances. His approach focused on subtle conversational techniques that respected patients' psychological processes. This marked the beginning of hypnotherapy's shift towards legitimate medical use rather than theatrical spectacle. Clinical studies now confirm what early practitioners observed. Modern research shows hypnotherapy can reduce surgical anesthesia requirements by 30 to 50% in certain procedures. This has significant implications for patients' recovery times and medication side effects. Burn units employ hypnotherapy to help patients endure painful wound care sessions. Obstetric departments use it to manage labor pain without pharmacological intervention. Gastroenterology specialists incorporate it for irritable bowel syndrome treatment. French hospitals provides compelling examples of this integration. They routinely use hypnotherapy during cancer treatments and heart surgeries to help patients manage procedural pain. Some institutions train nurses in basic hypnotic techniques so that they can administer pain relief during routine care. These applications demonstrate how far hypnotherapy has progressed from its entertainment origins. The parallel with other alternative therapies is striking, like acupuncture and cognitive behavioral therapy before it. Hypnotherapy faced initial skepticism before research validated specific applications. Rigorous clinical trials proved that hypnosis could produce measurable physiological changes beyond relaxation benefits. Studies have showed that it can alter pain perception at neurological levels compared to pharmaceutical interventions. Pain management represents one of the clearest medical applications. Nearly 30% of US adults report chronic pain, some form of chronic pain, creating substantial demand for non-opioid treatments. Clinical trials demonstrate that hypnotherapy helps over 85% of patients with spinal cord disorder related pain. These outcomes explain why insurance providers increasingly cover hypnotherapy for chronic pain conditions. The economic case becomes compelling when comparing costs of long-term medication versus therapeutic interventions. Burn treatment provides another well-documented application. Patients undergoing hypnotherapy require less pain medication during wound dressing changes. Their healing rates often improve due to reduced stress responses. Some burn centers now include hypnotherapy in standard treatment protocols for severe cases. Similar benefits appear in dental procedures, where patients experience less anxiety and require less anesthetic. Gastroenterology represents another specialty embracing hypnotherapy. Studies on irritable bowel syndrome show symptom improvements in 70 to 80% of patients after hypnotherapy. The effects often last for years beyond treatment completion. This durability makes it particularly valuable for chronic conditions where medications provide only temporary relief. The tech revolution in hypnotherapy. The rise of digital platforms has also transformed access to hypnotherapy, addressing the limitations of traditional in-person sessions. Whilst face-to-face therapy remains effective, cost and therapist availability have historically restricted access. The global hypnosis app market demonstrates how technology is changing its dynamic, projected to reach 892.3 million by 2031, with a 9.2% annual growth rate since 2024. These apps provide hypnosis-based solutions for mental and physical health challenges, utilizing proven techniques in more accessible formats. Artificial intelligence integration represents a significant advancement in these digital platforms. AI-powered hypnosis apps analyze user data to personalize sessions, adjusting intensity and focus based on individual needs. Some applications incorporate physiological data from wearable devices to refine their approach even further. This level of customization aims to mirror the adaptive quality of in-person therapy whilst maintaining accessibility. The online segment grows fastest because it removes geographical barriers and allows scheduling flexibility that increases user engagement. Virtual reality applications expand hypnotherapy's possibilities for specific conditions. VR headsets create controlled, immersive environments ideal for treating phobias or managing acute pain. Patients confronting fear triggers can do so gradually in virtual spaces that feel real but remain completely safe. Medical settings use VR hypnosis to distract patients during painful procedures, reducing their reliance on pharmacological pain management. These technological applications demonstrate how digital tools can enhance rather than replace therapeutic techniques. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated adoption of teletherapy platforms, including remote hypnotherapy. Providers and patients discovered that many therapeutic processes translate effectively to video sessions. This shift proved particularly valuable for hypnotherapy, where patients often feel more comfortable experiencing trance states in familiar home environments. Research confirms remote sessions maintain efficacy for conditions such as anxiety management and habit change, whilst expanding access to rural population and those with mobility challenges. Quality control remains an evolving challenge in the digital hypnotherapy landscape. Governments worldwide have increased regulatory scrutiny due to concerns about potential misuse. New licensing requirements aims to ensure practitioners meet educational and ethical standards across digital platforms. Some jurisdictions now maintain specific disclosures about limitations of app-based therapy compared to clinical treatments. These regulations attempt to balance innovation with consumer protection as the market expands. The business models driving this technological shift vary widely. Some platforms operate on subscription basis, whilst others use one-time purchase structures. Certain apps focus narrowly on specific issues, such as smoking cessation or sleep improvement, whilst others offer broader, more personal developmental programs. This diversity reflects growing recognition that different users require different approaches to benefit from hypnotherapy's effects. Market data show higher engagement rates when users can select programs tailored to their specific goals. Digital hypnotherapy's growth intersects with broader mental health awareness trends. As more people prioritize psychological well-being, they seek convenient options that fit their busy schedules. Apps providing structured hypnotherapy programs satisfies this demand whilst avoiding the stigma some associate with traditional therapy. Educational components within these platforms also help users understand the science behind hypnosis, counteracting lingering skepticism from stage hypnosis associations. Insurance coverage and economic drivers. Insurance companies are now beginning to cover hypnotherapy sessions because the evidence for its effectiveness has become too substantial to ignore. Whilst most alternative therapies struggle for insurance recognition, hypnotherapy stands apart with clinical studies demonstrating measurable results. The American College of Gastroenterology's 2021 guidelines specifically recommended gut-directed hypnotherapy for IBS treatment, marking a turning point in medical acceptance. This endorsement from a mainstream medical organization helped overcome skepticism about hypnotherapy's legitimacy. The financial case for hypnotherapy coverage is compelling. Chronic pain treatment with hypnosis shows particularly strong cost benefits, saving an estimated $6,000 per patient annually in medication expenses. These savings come from reduced opioid prescriptions and fewer doctor visits. Some Medicaid programs now reimburse hypnotherapy for IBS and smoking cessation, recognizing both the health benefits and long-term cost reductions. Private insurers follow this lead as data accumulates showing hypnotherapy's return on investment for specific conditions. Employers increasingly include hypnotherapy in workplace wellness programs to address stress-related productivity losses. Studies show over 15% of European employees experience high stress levels, creating demand for effective interventions. Companies find hypnotherapy programs reduce absenteeism and improve focus, with benefits extending beyond individual employees to overall workplace performance. This corporate adoption further validates hypnotherapy's practical applications beyond clinical settings. Market trends reflect this growing acceptance. Europe currently holds 34% of the global hypnotherapy market share, driven by stress management needs. France integrates hypnotherapy into hospital care, training nurses to use it alongside conventional treatments for cancer and heart surgery patients. The UK market grows as suicide rates highlight unmet mental health needs. England recorded over 5,000 suicides in 2022, with men accounting for 80% of cases. These statistics create urgency for accessible therapeutic options. Asia Pacific shows that rapid market growth as mental health awareness increases. Surveys indicate that 30% of regional employees face high mental health risks, with another 45% at moderate risk. This demand drives innovation in service delivery models. North America's market expands as insurers respond to both clinical evidence and patient demands for non-pharmaceutical options. The combination of healthcare system integration and consumer adoption creates a feedback loop, accelerating hypnotherapy's mainstream acceptance. Regulatory developments follow this growth. Governments establish licensing standards to ensure practitioner qualifications as the field expands. These measures address quality concerns whilst enabling broader insurance coverage. The standardization process mirrors how other therapies gained acceptance, first through clinical validation, then insurance reimbursement, and finally integration into the standard care protocols. Conclusion: the journey of hypnotherapy from a misunderstood practice to a scientifically validated therapeutic approach represents more than a medical breakthrough. It's a revolution in how we understand healing. The unconscious mind operates through symbols and metaphors, making suggestion an extraordinarily powerful tool for transformation. Researchers like Dr. David Spiegel have shown that during hypnosis, certain brain areas work differently, creating measurable changes in neural connectivity. This isn't about controlling people, but it's about empowering them to access their internal resources for their own healing. The market trajectory tells a compelling story, with hypnotherapy projected to grow from $12.16 billion to $80.76 billion by 2030. We're witnessing a massive shift in how we approach mental and physical wellness. This growth isn't just a trend, it's a testament to the method's effectiveness. Here are some key breakthroughs across multiple domains. Pain management, reducing discomfort without excessive medication. Anxiety reduction, reprogramming neural pathways. Addiction recovery, accessing and transforming unconscious patterns. Trauma healing, providing safe, guided, psychological exploration. As Dr. Irving Kirsch notes, hypnosis is now a legitimate form of adjunct treatment, suitable for addressing a wide range of conditions. The future of healing isn't about suppressing symptoms, but understanding and transforming the root causes of our personal challenges. Mainstream acceptance. Insurance companies and healthcare systems are now taking notice, with 47% of US insurers now reimbursing hypnotherapy across 18 approved conditions. The medical establishment is increasingly recognizing its value. From pediatric burn units to oncology departments, hypnotherapy is proven to be a versatile and effective therapeutic approach. A new perspective on healing. For those still skeptical, the science is clear. Hypnotherapy isn't about losing control, It's about gaining a deeper understanding of yourself. It's a collaborative process where the patient plays an active role in their own healing journey and mechanisms. The message is simple, yet it's very profound. Your mind has an incredible capacity for change, and hypnotherapy offers a scientifically backed pathway to unlock that potential. The stigma is fading, and the research is mounting, and a new era of mental health treatment is emerging, one where the power of suggestion meets the precision of neuroscience. Here are some actionable next steps. Explore how hypnotherapy might address your specific mental or physical health challenges. Research competent hypnotherapists in your local area or offer phone sessions like I do. Consider consulting with healthcare providers about integrating hypnotherapy into your own treatment plan. And then watch educational content about the science behind hypnotherapy and approach the methods with an open mind, backed by scientific understanding. As I often say, a mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's opened. The unconscious mind isn't just a tool. It's your most powerful weapon. Hypnotherapy isn't about changing who you are. It's about unleashing who you've always been and capable of becoming. The future of healing isn't coming. It's actually here. And it's more precise than medication and more transformative than traditional therapy. Your journey to a radical transformation can begin today, right now, at this very moment. This is Marco Ocello, and I want to thank you for watching.